Hey, YouTube. Who's going to be first? I always got to check and make sure I'm connected, guys. Hello, happy Friday, YouTube. Thank God it's Friday, right? Hello, people. So, Rainy Boo is the first one. Hi, Rainy, Ladybug, Miss Creole. Did y'all get a chance? Y'all know I got to click on no matter how I feel about people. I got to click on to see what the hell they're doing, right? I click on, what did I see? Wilson acting a complete and total asshole. I clicked on towards the end. If you people want to go over there to Jay Wilson, go towards the very end of his video. You can't stomach watching him lead up to these things. But he's in meltdown mode now because this guy, Wolverine, who's a friend here as well, is asking him questions. Jay Wilson's going there and talking about the evils of doxing. And from what I can tell, from what I can hear, I try to be fair, is that the man simply asked him, what about when you came after Tracy taking pictures of her apartment complex or her neighborhood or things that are surround her neighborhood? Of course, Wilson, he has to overtalk this man. So he spent the next, 20 minutes saying the exact same thing. What's the address? What's the address? So in other words, he don't consider it doxing unless you have her apartment number. The man explained that when you gave me that information, I simply went online and I could identify where she lived. Isn't that enough? No, you don't get the apartment number. So he said, what's the number? Something like 40 times. Now imagine, people. Imagine somebody sitting up there yelling and screaming into the microphone. What's the number? What's the number? What's the number? He will never admit that he is wrong. Just like Donald Trump. Trump says, look at all these people. 3 times what Obama had. We're all looking at the picture. It tells us a totally different story. Obama had probably twice as many people as Trump. Y'all put a liar in the White House. I just say y'all because us all is in general. Some people fell in love with a reality star, right? But the point is, this boy is yelling, screaming, hollering at this guy, Wolverine. The man could not say a word. He couldn't get a word in edgewise. You know, Wilson always overtalks people. That's why I would never debate him about anything, because it's useless. He just get louder and louder and louder and drowns out what you said. The man asked you a totally reasonable question. So we're going to talk about that for a minute. Hey, caught you live. Hey, Miss Lady C. Hey, Nikki. Redbone, my favorite moderators. Oh, you shouldn't say favorites. Like the parents. You can't be telling one child is better than the other child. Thank you guys for showing up. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Well, some people are going to say, oh, you're talking about the same person. But maybe that's what this is. So you can even watch it or don't watch it. Whatever. It's a soap opera. This boy over here yelling, he won't let this dude say anything. Now, I know that Wolverine has had issues with people on other pages and whatever. And people will say, we don't watch him because he argues and all that. But are we giving that man a chance to say what I don't see that he was saying anything horrible. He was simply asking this dude about when he started the doxing with Tracy. He won't even admit it. Oh, I can go take pictures there. I take pictures everywhere. Well, like, are you a lover of power lines? What is your issue? You drive across town to intimidate somebody. If I look out my window and I see a person over there with a zoom lens looking directly in my apartment, then I see it online. Now, what the hell is that supposed to be? There's an attempt to intimidate me. In other words, like the Italians say, I know where you live. This dude would not admit to any wrongdoing. What he does is he yells and screams and talks over people. So he convinces himself that he's right. Just off the hook. I don't usually recommend people's videos, but I want you guys to see the real him. Watch the end of that video. That's why he's a failure at life. He has to dominate everything. Control the reality. Oh, I'm just taking a picture of the gas station next to you. How many gas pumps you got? What? What? Are we adults here or not? What does that woman got to do with how many gas pumps are at the gas station right next to her building? How hard was it? All this dude Wolverine was saying, and I don't take sides, but all he was saying is basically, I went right to her building. I know exactly where she lives. Oh, she showed a picture. Oh, she showed. Don't worry about what she did. Worry about what you did, Wilson. Take responsibility. This is what killed me. I'm gonna give you guys an analogy. If you guys saw, let me see, what was the Tina Turner and Ike? What was that movie called? Somebody tell me what the name of the movie is because it's important. The movie with Ike and Tina, about Ike and Tina Turner and Ike, right? It's a classic. What was the name of that movie? A Thin Line? No, it wasn't Thin Line. Somebody tell me, please, please, the movie about Tina Turner. Or whatever. Apparently nobody else remembers it either. But they did a movie about how Ike and Tina Turner got started, right? What's love got to do with it? Thank you, hon. Thank you, viewed by Shane. What's love got to do with it, right? And I'm not going to talk about the violence and the abuse and things like that. I don't give you guys an analogy, right? At one point, when Ike first discovered Tina had this voice, right? He first heard her sing. He got enthralled by her singing. He was already a singer. He already had girls working for him. I don't know if they weren't hookers, but he always had these Ikeettes and all this kind of stuff. But when he heard her sing, he said to her, "Baby, you sing like a man. Not that you sing, your voice sounds like a man, but you have the same aggression as a man when you sing, right?" I want to point that out. So this is the thing that I'm seeing with Jay Wilson and Tracy. See, he wasn't expecting her to come back at him in the same way. He thought, I can go and just dominate this woman, intimidate this woman for her disloyalty and not accepting my yelling and screaming at her, right? She comes back with confirmation that you ain't got no job, that you've been lying about having a job for several weeks, right? He won't acknowledge, oh, she hit me back. That's what it was. You hit her and she hit your ass back. You weren't ready for that. So you still want to deny that if nothing was wrong with you going to taking pictures. You kicked that whole damn thing off. And you saying to your subscribers who see it still for whatever reason, just like Trump supporters still support him, even though he's been proven to be a liar thousands of times. What's the last call? 9,000 lies? Even though they saw what you did, they're willing to go along with you and say you did nothing wrong. You won't let nobody else talk. Why would you let that? That's so rude. How are you supposed to be? Are you what are you calling yourself, Jay Wilson? Are you a theologian? How can anybody have a debate with you when all you do is overtalk them? So unprofessional. You can't even have a discussion. People have asked me, oh, well, you think you ever have a debate with Jay Wilson? You think you have a debate with Jay Wilson? I feel just like Tommy Sotomayor. Hell no. I'm not going to get up there and have nobody screaming and hollering. He would have the protection of being online. You couldn't even resist it. I couldn't even control myself if I were in a room with somebody screaming in my face that way. So the answer to that is no. I'm not debating shit with him. He doesn't have the capacity to have an intelligent conversation. All he wants to do is see where he can fit in the emotional intelligence. Hello, Chocolate London. When you watching, where you at? Oh, there you are. How you doing, little rascal? What are you doing? See that tail? That tail goes. Look at that tail. Diddy. Stay there and keep rugging that tail. When they're happy, they're just moving that tail around. They start moving that tail around, you're going to knock something down. Those big dogs, you got to watch them because they knock over lamps and things. Anyway, like I was saying, All right. Hello. Is something seriously wrong with Jay Wilson? His followers are just as lost. He is going to go bonkers on YouTube Live. Yes, he's about to lose his damn mind. All that man was asking him is, will you take responsibility for what you did with your camera before any of the doxing started? You started it, Wilson. You refuse to take responsibility for it. That is why it is nearly impossible to respect you. We can't respect you. You don't have no problem with lying. You don't let nobody else talk. People are on panels with you. Why do you keep getting involved in all these panels and things when nobody can say anything? Let's take a moment and say a prayer for the teachers. The teachers who had to teach him. Can you imagine? Some airhead fool comes in there and knows all the answers to everything, and you try to teach them something, and you can't teach them shit because they already know everything, right? This is what kind of student he was. A horror. So I always like to take a moment and pray for give honor to the teachers who put up with his ass. Let me see. Live Baby is the same. Yeah, she came after me last night. I ain't think about Miss Live Baby. She's trying to bait me in. She needs some new material, so she wants to get somebody else to battle with her. I guess James is not enough for her. He didn't hammer her into the floor time and time and time again. Doesn't bother her. These people are making a living, people. That's all it is. They want to bait somebody in. But what they don't realize when they bait people into these foolish things like this, these people have power over you. Because when they decide, whenever it is, to stop talking about you, you're through. There is no content, right? So they said, listen, don't say that name to me. Like I did with VS. I don't want to hear that name or I'm blocking you. That's it. There's no content other than that. Look at those shiny face. I look like 5'8" with all this shit shiny. That's just the window. I still got a little bit of ego left. Not much. Not much, people. Let's see. Okay. So I just had a shock when I went to the I was going to pay my bills, right? And so I got some money out of my bank account, and it said that the balance was like $100. I said, what? The balance should be a whole lot more than that. And I was worried about it. I said, oh shit, somebody done double charged me or somebody's done something. Obviously, I'm on Social Security, so I get paid on the same day every month. It's always there. Say what you want to say about it. It's always there, right? So I said, wait a minute, there's got to be a mistake, right? All of my finances, it's $100 is all I have. And then when I got home, I realized, oh shit, that's a different account. So all the bills got paid with my bullshit account, and then the other account wasn't even touched. So it's getting old, a mess, sonny. It's getting old. It's not for sissies. So that's good news. I think her inflated ego is an act. Deep down, she is trash. She's trash. 5'8". Well, I gotta get on this girl. 5'8". She has this idea that she is this powerful reader, right? She wants to drag everybody. She went over there messing with Tommy. I'm gonna drag you. He make mincemeat out of this girl, and like her, just like Wilson, deny it. Oh, I read him. I trashed him. Not even considering that we all saw the video. We all heard what he said to you. We all heard how he reduced you to trash. They make up their own realities. So just for your information, Ms. Five Baby is on a campaign now to engage me in a beef with her. This is it. She had her little panel last night, and she decided to make the whole damn panel discussion about old people like Timothy Blaine. Oh, should we spare old people from these hateful readings and this and this work and this smoke? Where's the damn smoke, Pie Babe? You keep telling us you're gonna read us, you're gonna do all this shit to us. Where's the smoke? What smoke? Girl, you ain't got no smoke. You're not even a very bright woman. You're not even a very bright woman, but you insist. See, you're the kind of person that I fear, right? Because I don't like to get into no heavy arguments with women. I just don't think it's right. Because I know what kind of language that's going to lead to, right? She's the kind of woman that's going to push, because she insists upon you calling her B words and H words. And she insists upon it. I told you guys the story before about this woman that kept pushing this man until he finally broke and jumped on her. That's a different kind of personality, but I recognize it in her, right? So she's going to push me. And then one day, I'm going to blow up all over her and tell her how I really feel. She could easily just squash that. Why she come picking on me? Why she calling me, what you calling me elderly? This day, I am not elderly. I got a good 20 years before I'm elderly, if I make it that far. I figure maybe 10 or so, like something like that. But I ain't hardly elderly, and we look like about the same age. Although your mind is a little younger. Anyway, I don't think Christy has seen that damn video yet, because a lot of it was about her, about him doxing her. That's the analogy I was using about Ike saying that Tina fought like a man. Tracy fought him like a man. Not a man, but she came back at him. He hit her. She hit him harder. He won't even acknowledge how embarrassing that was when she revealed that he was lying to us, and he in fact had no job. She did it live online, right? He won't even acknowledge that really, really dug into his ass. You see? He's afraid because, see, Jay Wilson is the man who lives in secrets all his life. Barely come out the closet. All his life, it's all been secrets. Oh, I don't want to know my business. Oh, my business got to be there. See, I'm a totally opposite kind of person. I like to be free. Live your life out loud. That's the theme of the whole gay community. Live your life out loud. Don't have people having all this shit on you. Because if people start digging into that boy, he lives his whole life in secrets. Right? How many times has that boy been close to a foreclosure? Oh, no, it's all good. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, all the things paid. Liar. When he came on here, he was telling me he's on the verge of losing the house. That's how he started on here. I mean, just yelling and screaming and all this kind of stuff. Well, Wolverine is actually a mod on this channel. And everybody gets the same chance, right? Because what I saw there, I said, this is not a bad guy. He's asking a reasonable question. The questions, if you can hear, because you got to go over Jay Wilson screaming. Why is he screaming unless he's fearful of what this man going to say? It's like he's fighting off reality. So everybody gets the same chance. I'm not going by what you got going on other channels. From what I see, it's Wilson that is the problem. Then apparently this dude gave him tons of money. The number I heard on here, you got to realize I commented on the very end of this thing, right? Wilson said 40 times, what's the address? This is our doctor. What's the address number? You got to get into the apartment. Like you didn't expose the building. Anyway, apparently that dude gave him, I don't care about your money. I don't care about, then give it back. If you don't care about this man's money, because he was gun-ho for supporting you, and he gave you $900 and all that, and now you're saying, oh, I don't need you. I'm going to block you. I don't want you. Your money, you can't control me. You can't. Well, if you feel that strongly about this man's money, then just give it back to him. That's a show of strength. I'll give you back your money. No. Jay Wilson, he couldn't even conceive of that. He's not giving back shit. Nothing. All the money he conned on people out to publish that bogus ass pamphlet. All the money he did when they discovered that he didn't pay no editor. You think he gave a dime back? They had donated. Then he had asked them to buy the book in advance. And then he wanted them to buy several copies to give to other people. And all this shit he wanted them to do. Go write reviews and all this kind of stuff. And when they discovered that it was all bullshit and he hadn't hired any editor at all, do you think he gave a nickel back to those people? Do you think he put a nickel into redoing the book and using the money for what he said he was going to do? I mean, he talked for 2 months about how much he's going, this editor, how wonderful this editor was. Apparently somebody he got offline. No effort at all to even, it's very easy to fix a book. All you got to do is pull it down, make the corrections and put it back up. He says the correction was all in the front of the book, right? If they're all in front of the book, then why can't you just take it off and give it to an editor, give her a couple $100 and then put it back up right? So you're so dumb that you don't realize that now for the rest of your life, like my books are becoming popular now, 12 years later, right? So 12 years from now, Jay Wilson, people are going to pick up your book, they're going to read the first page, and they're going to put it down. Because you're so greedy that you won't even take the time, so greedy and lazy that you won't even take the time to redo the book because there's no money involved in it. You won't get anything for it. We all know that thing ain't selling, but what do you expect? Jay Wilson, I went on these, check this college trap thing out. This is really the beginning of when I got this disdain for him. All of these professors have got similar type books about getting into college, right? All of these professors who are well-known and all this kind of stuff have done their work. I imagine some of these are thesis, whatever. People have done this for their thesis. All of these people, their books were $4.99. Downloads I'm talking about. $4.99. $6.99. I think I saw one that was $7.99, right? Jay Wilson comes in with this pamphlet, $20. Now, he didn't con all these people and sold them these damn bogus ass pamphlets. Why would a book by Jay Wilson, a nobody, who's not giving us any information that we couldn't have pulled up online ourselves, wrote a book in 3 months? Why is that worth 4 times what any of these other professors are charging for their work? And their works, many times, are actual books. I mean, they're 350 pages. You don't believe me? Go try it. Jay Wilson supporters, just go look. It don't take but a couple of minutes. Everything's online these days. Nope, Tim, you aren't elderly at all. Now, I've been HIV positive for 30 years. There was at least 15 of those years where I thought I could drop dead at any moment. For me to be sitting up here, a man with HIV for 30 years, 61 years old, I call that a success. I ain't even supposed to be here. You think I'm thinking about this idiot, this fool? Which one? Is that which idiot is that? Let me see. Oh, yeah, the female. I'm trying to avoid going into on that girl. I don't want to get on here screaming, hollering, calling women out of their names and things. That's what I'm trying to talk about, a certain amount of respect. Now, some people drive me to that. Of course, Wilson does. Kim Burrell. There's certain people. And so you got to avoid those people. Right? But she's going to pick. She's just like that woman that I saw getting dragged into that car. She won't stop. She insists upon you calling her these horrible names. She insists upon you talking about her private parts, her womanly parts, odors, smells. People use everything against her. You see how she won't stop? Everybody has got to treat her that way. It's a mark of an abused woman. She's used to it. I've been so rude. I ain't hardly talk to you guys. Hi, you people. Let's see who's in here. Hey, Tracy. Tracy's over there lighting your ass up again. Go and do it for entertainment. Go see. I would say go 3/4 of the way through it. You know, he's going to stretch it out for hours. But he says the word, what's the address? He said that 40 times. I might have lost my way, but somewhere between 30 and 40 times. Imagine saying, what's the address? The 3 words over and over and over and over and over, just screaming and yelling and hollering it so this man can't say anything because he knows he's wrong. He knows he's wrong. His mind will not allow him to take responsibility for his own actions. Yep, but he's over there on you today. I guess they avoided me. I'll get it tomorrow. You know how it goes. 420. I don't know why she's so cocky. People, sometimes they never had any attention. They get online and they get this persona, right? This personality. It's the first time in their whole life that anybody's ever listened to him. Both of them. Wilson's trying to be somebody for his whole life. Only time somebody's ever paid attention to him is this online thing. Y'all saw how pitiful he sounded when he did that old clip that we saw where he had that different mouth. This child, we are all saying, Jay Wilson, my mouth was like here. I mean, this is how you're talking. And yet you will say, I ain't no dental work. All mine real. Because they screw them into your head, that makes it a difference. You can't even admit that. You always want to send everybody to Mexico. How do you know about going to Mexico to get teeth? We're sitting there looking at his mouth. He looks like, baby, show me your mouth, sweetheart. He looks like a bulldog. You go, your churches, you need for your churches. All we can hear is churches, right? He can barely even speak because all this damn extra mouth he has going on. I don't know what you're talking about. He got popped. Mm-hmm. How's somebody like that gonna have a career in anything? I mean, he can't take any information. He tried to read me yesterday. Stuff he said he didn't even watch the video. He don't know anything about what I said, but he wants to argue about it and overtalk me. But I won't let him overtalk me. That's the problem. See, you think I was loud when he was doing that, screaming, acting a nut today? That ain't shit. If I were to lose control on that boy, he would sound like a whisper. I know that about myself. I don't like that about myself. I don't want nobody to take me there. I'm too damn old to be going there. But I used to chew people up like Jay Wilson. I'd have them for lunch. I don't think I lost any kind of debate argument with people when I was younger. They would go there and I would go wait, and I was drinking at the time. I have no desire to go there. But that boy will keep yelling you down like he is some kind of authority. How is he talking to that man who he's just arguing with? How are you going to scream at a grown-ass man? That's not your child. You ain't gave birth to that. You ain't not. That's not your sperm. Right? Where's my camera? Up here? Yeah. How you going to just scream at a grown-ass man? Don't want to let him say anything. Hollering, yelling. I mean, ugh. So, Mark, I hope you're watching. You're getting an example of what you're getting into. And these fools like this, when they, baby, be quiet. I hear the skateboard. When they hear, Mark, you see what's going to happen when you start arguing with this boy? Because everybody argues, right? This is what it's going to be like. You want years of this? He ain't going to let you say nothing. He's going to scream and yell and try to make you feel bad and less than. Is this what you want for a partner? That's what you're going to get, honey. If you are watching by any chance. He got popped. What he got popped? What do he do now? I don't understand. So popped is somebody catching your ass in a lie or something, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yep. So you his Tina Turner, Tracy. He was not expecting you to hit him back. So you can talk about people doxing and doing all this kind of stuff, but yet you want to do the same thing yourself and then deny that you're doing it, even though we all sat here and watched you do it. Look at that pretty face. What you doing, pretty face? See, the ball bearings in skateboards, they affect almost every dog. If you skateboard as a dog, skateboards are very popular here in the city. I never knew grown people use skateboards, but they are very popular. But they always go into something. Somebody told me it's the ball bearings in their ears. Okay. Yeah, they made the ladies panel, whatever it's called last night. Elderly people. You gotta read somebody for being elderly. Girl, I'm glad to be elderly. Shit. Five, babe, you better work on now. Wait a minute. Let me get messy. Don't come up with a 2-bedroom while you're holding these people's money, Five, babe. Okay. Don't get tempted to move into a bigger apartment while you got these people's money. right? Do the event, do what you promised, and at the end of the event, whatever is left, that's what you get. Some people, they suspect it and say, well, how did a woman like that gonna resist spending 20 grand? I'm just saying. You bought enough clothes, do your event, whatever's left, after everybody's going back home, that's what your profit is. If it's all about profit for you, we know it. You're not as money obsessed as Wilson is. We know that. I mean, for him, it's only about money. When he had that event, all he did was beg. He had Jives in there dancing around and all this kind of stuff. All they did was beg. Set up a computer in every room they went into. But I ain't mad at Jives. I like Jives. But Wilson brought him into that. And you see how fast he turned on him? Did you guys see how fast he turned on him when they got back? Did you see how fast Five Babe turned on him? VS was after that man like she attempted to be after me. This man was over there fighting for his life because he probably had never even experienced a person like this. Doxing, talking about people's parents and all this stuff. And then they came and put their feet and both of them, Wilson and Five Babe, they both flipped on that guy. I thought he was gonna lose his mind. King Jives. I mean, he's on here with pink wigs and what was that, blonde bangs, and I mean, it was just getting crazy. I was saying, why they keep fucking with that man? You ain't gonna help him. Shut up. You're scared of it. You're scared of VS. Wilson is definitely scared of VS because Wilson lives in a world of secrets. Everything's got to be a secret. He don't want nobody go sniffing around him too much. Believe me. I've known people like that. Everything's a secret. But then he want to go and expose everybody else's life. I'm not surprised that you were never successful, Jay Wilson. I'm not surprised. Mark, pay attention. This is what you're getting, honey. Sometimes these people going, oh, I'm gonna get married. He always talking about the romance and the love and all this kind of shit. You get married, then you move in with the motherfucker and find out you don't. Oh, I can't say that word. Sorry, taking it back, YouTube. You married the dude, and then realize you done married a monster, an orangutan. That's what you will be up against. Yelling, screaming, dominating, and then you want to sit up there and be a bottom. How you gonna F somebody like that? I mean, how would you even get an erection for something like that? So don't be signing no papers and don't be thinking about no marriage to nothing like that, Mark. We ain't hating on you, Mark, because we don't know you. We would love for you to come and talk to us. I know you got a lot to say. What I think, I mean, gay marriages, I mean, gay relationships, baby, I'm sorry. I hate to rain on anybody's parade. But these gay relationships, they don't really last. Most of them. I mean, you find them. I know people who've been together 35 years. Lesbians are great at being together. They're always together, right? But gay men, and particularly with somebody with this type of personality, the likelihood of it working out, you don't believe me, Mark? Move in there for a week. Look at that. You showing all the face today, baby. It's skateboard day. Well, there's a lot of immaturity with that child. He has a lot of similarities to Trump. You see that? And he's supposed to be a billionaire, probably a multi-millionaire, but he's been able to function, and he's a big child. We get an example of it. Whatever the mental problem, that's some kind of narcissism, they have the same ailment, whatever the hell, however the psychiatry would name it. Take responsibility for absolutely nothing. Make up your own realities. Try to dominate people. Give people fake names. So many such similarities. But materialistic at the hilt, although he never figured out how to make money. This right here is the closest Jay Wilson has ever come to success. Ain't nobody ever listened to that fool. You imagine that being your professor? Ugh. All right. Nope. Thank you, Cynthia Jones. Cynthia Jones said, you ain't elderly. Elderly. I don't even think of my mama as elderly. She's almost 80 years old. Whatever. He horrible, so he jealous. Yep. I know them people over there are the ones that, oh yeah, that's some good news though. Since 3 days ago, when I announced that we were no longer going to cuss on this channel, and I've been making every effort to stop cussing, all of the videos since then have been monetized. We found a way to beat the devil. All they can do is flag you and then have people look at it. So if there's no curse words there, there's not really no reason for you to be demonetized. So they don't got as much power as it. The only power they had is I didn't realize it earlier. All right, so they are monetized. We're going to stay with not cussing. At least on here. At least on live. Mm-hmm. Hey, Munch Bar. That's a nice name, Munch Bar. Mm-hmm. Okay. What else is going on? What else is going on? Y'all watched the panel last night? Did y'all watch the ladies' panel last night? I don't think that many ladies like Miss Five Baby, to tell you the truth. She's another one who gets an awful lot. I think, and I do believe that she was buying dislikes from Teresa's channel at one point. I said, that don't make no damn sense. Every video she had was 600 dislikes. Who takes, how 600 people even taking the time to watch something that they don't like? She did that. And there's trickeration with the numbers she gets on, even on the lives. Like I said, when you show your character, you got to be watched. Yeah, I did see that the church people was carrying on. Come here. Hey, get one over here. I see the church people is really carrying on now. I think Larry made. I said, well, I better come back and watch all of this. You got to catch up what's going on. But I gotta watch this whole beef thing they got going. So Larry made a video saying the people was ganging up on him and jives. Now all the ones that were friends 2 weeks ago, last time I looked in there, all the ones that were friends, now those are the ones fighting each other. So they ain't no better than us. And they supposed to be Christians. We like Larry Reed though, so we're glad he got him a new house. Apparently he got a house there in Atlanta, so he can have all of his equipment and the people that he is parts of his family and friends and workers, whatever. He seems to be doing fine, but they're trying everything they can to take him down. So they are getting pretty nasty over there in the church sector. So much so that they're not even can hardly even cover the celebrities because they spend so much time fighting with each other. She buys subscribers. That wouldn't surprise me at all. The people who are doubtful Thomases, all you gotta do is look on YouTube, put buy subscribers, and they'll tell you 5 or 6 videos about how to go about buying subscribers. Want to buy likes? They got it on there. Want to buy dislikes for somebody else? There's videos for everything. When somebody shows you who they are, my favorite little ditty. When they show you who they are, believe them, honey. Okay. Is Wilson still over there yelling and screaming? I couldn't take it anymore. After I got up to 30 something, what's the addresses? I had to give it up. I said, no, this child ain't said nothing in the last 20 minutes. What's the address? What's the address? Like she got to go into her building, into her apartment in order to be doxing. Won't even admit that he did anything wrong. He kicked the bullshit off with her. So I'm not surprised when she fought back. Hell yeah. See, it's a misconception that men are stronger than women. They're not. They're stronger physically. Men are stronger than women physically. But as far as the ideas, their minds, ain't no difference. There's no difference at all, honey. So she fought him like a man. Is he still over there yelling and screaming? I don't know why people think they can just talk to people any way they want to. How you gonna just yell? I mean, just Yelling. That's why the whole thing with him and Joyce and Tracy, why they fell out. Him yelling at him. Who is this motherfucker? Think you can talk to me that way? You can't talk to me that way. I'm not going to accept that. Yes, Nay Love, I did see. Wait a minute, I didn't see that one. You must have made two. I saw the first one. Did you see my video showing how you can delete cuss words from your chat and comment? Oh, I didn't see that. I have to go back. I saw the first one. I think there were two there. Baby! Ow, ow, ow. Ow, 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 ow. The world's coming to an end, ain't it? What are you doing up there? You want to get on your dad's lap? Okay. He does understand it. That's why he wouldn't let that child say anything about it. He was asking him a reasonable question. The woman after him was asking the same thing. Can't you even, you won't even admit what you did was wrong? You're still defending it, even though you know it's wrong. That's why you're not coming ham on her about calling your job, because you know what you did was wrong. You were trying to intimidate that person. Oh, call the police. Call the police. If police say it ain't right. So if the police say it's not illegal, then that makes it right, right? Yeah, they are just as messy over there. They got some language too. Lord have mercy. They want to take everything into court. Don't be tying people up in court. People wasting their money. Silly. Ain't nobody got nothing to win from it. People are just doing the best they can, honey. No profanity. Thank you, Nicole. Nicole Reloaded. No profanity, please. Thank you. Check my Cash App. Oh, I like to do that. That gives you a tingling feel. I mean, Super Chat's nice too, but you don't really see that until a month or something later. But when you see that Cash App thing going on, ooh, somebody gave me something. Bless you, honey. I will definitely check it as soon as I get through with this. Mm-hmm. Oh. The earth is flat. Wilson will argue for him. He'll argue for him, honey. Does Jay Wilson have a job? People seem to suspect that he's doing something online, some online bullshit class, like where he got his degrees from. Somebody's saying that he might have an embarrassing job where he goes in at, you know how some people go in, they can make a living doing it, going at night, cleaning offices. Something like that. I doubt that he has any kind of he ain't got no career for sure. Some other way to get money. I wouldn't want to live a life where I'm walking frontwards and backwards, trying to pay for a mortgage in this great big huge house. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what the point is. He said, oh, this is investment. Oh, I'm going to trade. I'm going to sell it. I'm going to get something small. So if you're going to get something small like it, why not just get it now, honey? You live in Texas. There ain't going to be no big appreciation. You ain't going to get all the money you're putting into it. Didn't we just go through a crisis where people were underwater all over Texas? You probably barely get enough money out of that thing to break even with the money you put into it. So that's weak. You're trying to be impressive. I don't know who you'd be impressive with, though. I told him you should get a roommate, somebody else to share that space, pay that mortgage for. Oh, no. I don't want nobody in here using my stuff. So you turn your home into a hotel. How did that work out? We don't hear about it no more. Okay. If it was anything fancy, he'd be bragging about it. Well, that's for damn sure. Oh, thank you, NYW. NYW says, what happened to Jay Wilson's police reports and lawyer on retainer? That cost to have that privilege is very expensive. Inquiring minds want to know. Child, when Jay Wilson came on this thing, he was promoting Legal Shield. This was his commercial. Every video he was promoting Legal Shield. What is that? $25, $35 a month? It don't cost nothing, honey. Just somebody to talk to on the phone, ask him a question or two. But remember, go to his old videos. Legal shield, legal shield, legal shield. And that's what he had then, and I only suspect that's what he's got now. He ain't gonna give nobody else no big money. $25 to $35. Thank you for the super chat, honey. Oh my goodness. I would hope nobody's renting the room in there. He carrying on like that. Mark, you better pay attention. Pay attention to what you're getting into, child. You ain't seen shit yet. Anybody can be nice for an hour while you go to whatever the amusement park is. A couple of hours. Live with them first. Always check them out. You got to move in with them, honey. You don't know. A lot of these women can give testimony. Y'all done married some orangutans. Okay, I want to eat his something so bad, but so many people traveling frightens me. So many people are traveling. What do you mean, Seattle girl? Okay, Cubic, Zirconia, Dory is his lawyer. Is she a lawyer for real? You can come online and be all you want to be. While I told y'all about the what they do that thing when they fake being a different person, trick you out of your penis or your lady parts. You can come on here and pretend to be anything. I'm sure Wilson is presenting himself as Dr. that other name. Dr. Javogian. Why does he think that? Because he feels like a worthless piece of cow dung. That's what an extremely insecure person feels like. He spent most of his life as a big guy. Nobody was interested in him. He tried talking about these relationships he had. It sounded like just people he got obsessed with. Nobody's wanted him. So now he has to overcompensate. And people say that the man parts, people who have that affliction, they tend to try to overcompensate. Big house, big car, big guns, big everything. Okay, thanks again, NYW. A very rhetorical and sadistic question. I just want him to see that nobody is a fool. Well, you go over there and see his numbers, and you'll see. Go over there and watch his likes and dislikes. After this last explosion today, go and watch his likes and dislikes. That house is going to fail. He just keeps showing us what a bad person he is. He's just a bad person. Oh, I didn't get an education for a job. I got an education for myself. For my girl, it's almost over. You're 50 years old. You got 10 more years to work. What are you talking about? It's just for self-fulfillment. For who? You sitting in the big old house by yourself. Who is impressed by you? Nobody. That's why you want to come on here and try to be impressive on here. You know you ain't got no life. You spend all your time on here. Thank you. I can't steal Kelly Love's song. That's a cute little jingle. I like that. Did they take the bait? Are they having their challenge? Kelly Love and 5A, their singing challenge? Or is she avoiding it? I don't know what happened. I know he challenged her more than once. But I don't know if it actually happened. She got real mad at James. That's why it sparked her dislike for him, her disdain for him, because he didn't judge her to be the best twerker. And he let her know a few reasons why. But she thought if she made him a judge, then he would choose her. It doesn't matter who was the best person. Yeah, he wants a big everything, except for that one thing that he can't expand. Well, I've been in the porn shops. You can get a little extender. Oh, Must be terrible going through life as a black man. you got a little. I ain't gonna say it. People just love to hate on his ass, and he don't care. That's what I mean. He can't be insulted. He has no self-esteem. Okay. That was good news, though, that all three of the last 3 videos have been monetized. So we figured that out. You got to be able to learn stuff, you know. So there's a problem. You need to figure it out. That's why Tracy's been saying, don't say no bad word. Don't say no bad word. Thank you, Seattle girl. Yeah, that was supposed to be my ambition, was to be a interior decorator. I gave up that. Well, when I started to do drugs, that was probably part of it. I was disillusioned. I didn't want to do that anymore. But I think if I would have stuck with it, I could. My dyslexia made measuring a lot of things, the technical type things, difficult for me, though. But I know I can make a room. He called me a hoarder. A hoarder because I buy pictures to put on the wall. I know where to hang a picture. I mean, what is the... He has to insult the thing that I identify as my passion. Call it trash. Call it whatever. Doo-doo on it. Right? I don't need nobody's confirmation with that. I already know I can do that. It's just something that I've always been able to do. I can put the room together. Please don't judge me by my bedroom, but I actually did do my living room. He can't even, oh, whatever. Whatever, honey. If I don't know something about something, like somebody's in here talking about they are a great mechanic, right? They work on Porsche engines. If I don't know a damn thing about a Porsche engine, I've never even been under a hood. I'm not going to sit here and have long debates about the workings of a Porsche's engine with somebody who is a Porsche mechanic. It doesn't make sense. He'll argue about anything. He thinks he's an authority on anything, but he's actually an authority on nothing. He got this crazy guy calling into his, no offense, crazy guy. What's his name? Craig or something like that. He goes on for hours talking to this guy. Why? Because he likes to speak down to people, and he feels like he can. This is like a child to him. Most people would say, okay, this conversation ain't going nowhere. Been done with it. No, but he likes to condescend. He likes to condescend to people. Most adults are not going to put up with nobody yelling and screaming at them like that. Maybe he could teach special ed or something, because then he can feel like he's above them. Three pics in his whole house. And those are $5 pictures he got in the house too. Those little, I doubt he paid more than $5 for those things beside the TV. So basically he came here, hung a TV on the wall, he was finished with his design. If you're a hairdresser, I don't know a damn thing about doing a woman's hair. Why would I sit up here and get over and insult your hairdressing and have hour-long debates about hairdressing if I don't know anything about it? I've never even held a comb in my hand. This is what kind of idiot you're dealing with. That stuff came with the Meanwhile, in the bushes, that stuff came with the house. They couldn't even get the neighbors. I'm sure the white folks must have had a fit when they saw Jay Wilson moving in here. I'm sure they must have thought, who is this girl? Because they see what you're moving in there, right? They can judge your level of taste, class, and income. But they saw you moving all this junk in there, child. And Jay Wilson, you'll say you'll never watch any of my videos, but you see this, maybe somebody can pass on word. It's time for him to get rid of that cheap, little nasty, that ugly little console table under the TV. All you got is a TV and a little cheap console table. Get a solid piece of furniture in your living room at least. At least. Have one piece. And that's what everybody's looking at. That's where all the focus is. All right? I gave you that one for free. That's why people like him, they're supposed to hire decorators. He's so egotistical that he believes that he can do a better job. No, you get up a chunk of money. Half people, a lot of those companies like Ethan Allen, those kind of people, they have their own designers there. I used to work for By Design in Los Angeles. We weren't hardly paid anything, but we could do decorating. You can get your decorating ideas. If you can't decorate, you want your place to look nice. This is what the white folks have over us. We don't realize that you can hire people. You ain't got to be no great. You hire people. That's what rich people do. And he likes to pretend to be rich. Surely you can make at least a little alcove. And I was looking at that. At first you think, well, this house is impressive, right? I would like for them to get a ruler and measure the size of that living room. Because after those two sofas, there's barely enough room to put a table behind there. That ain't no great big old grand house. Ain't nothing grand about it, honey. That's why he only got 2 pieces of furniture in it. Probably on that block, all them houses, they just, the insides look the same. They track houses. So it's one company puts them all up, right? So they probably give them like 3 different plans. And they'll change the front door a little bit. We'll put some brick on the front to face this one, and we'll put wood to face that one, but they're all the same house. No big deal. Buying a house is not about having no money. Buying a house is about having good credit. He got on the job, working for the school. We don't know how long he was there. He said he was there for 10 years, but does anybody believe that? Look how easily he loses jobs. As long as you got a job and your credit is decent, couple $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, you're in the house. I bet you won't move your black ass to San Francisco and buy a house. But he's got so much to say about the lifestyle here in other big cities. Single people. I love houses. I'm a decorator. I mean, I shouldn't say I'm a decorator. That I like to decorate. Put it like that. I love it. For a family or for a couple. You are a bachelor, live like a bachelor. Get yourself a loft or something. But you out there in this family neighborhood and so forth. All to impress a catch like Mark. Mark, I hope you're beginning to see. Pay attention. He said them couches, I think he said they were $30. I wouldn't be bragging about my furniture cost $30. Oh, that picture there, that was only $3. You go in his bedroom, that big old bed he's in, you know, they have a lot of beds like that, so I have to see it closer. But they have beds like that. It looks nice, right? The big old headboard is kind of impressive. A lot of this stuff is just a plastic front on a piece of wood. It's basically plastic is what I'm saying. So I would have to see that closer. I can't imagine him paying any money for any one piece of furniture. But over his bed, he has this thing, this little swiggly thing. I mean, it's $4.99 at Ross. $4.99. You get it on sale, $2.99. He's bragging about that. And he wants to talk about interior design. He wants to criticize other people's homes. And look at you got paneling. What? Get out of people's houses, Jay Wilson. It's a personal space. It just happens to be a camera on here because we're on a computer. You are the last one. The last one. See, poor, pitiful trailer trash. They feel like they have to put everyone else down in order to make themselves feel grand. So I'm grand because of the house. So what happens when you don't have the house? Because the house is not attached to you, right? I was the same person I am now when I lived in the cell, when I lived in the studio, when I lived in the hotels, when I've dealt drugs. It's the same person, the same dude, right? This dude is pretending to be somebody successful. Take over the house, then what do? Oh, I want to do videos on location. Oh, look at the beautiful park I live in, my neighborhood. The stock market is about to be very favorable. It is? What do you mean misbehaving? The stock market is about to be very favorable. I thought they had lost like 3,000 or 4,000 points in the last couple of days. I thought it was doing terrible. Yeah, you go in that neighborhood, it's like walking in any other neighborhood in the suburbs of Texas. I don't know what the stock market's about to do. Of course, I ain't got no stock, so. But of course, Trump say, "Oh, no problem, whatever. Oh, it's the greatest economy in the history of the world," and all this bullshit, right? He's just like him. That's what I mean by narcissistic personality. He cannot admit failure. He cannot take responsibility for anything. He just creates his own reality and lives in it, and then hollers and screams at some poor guy that's trying to ask him a question. You guys say Wolverine's a bad person? He got character defects or something like that? I didn't see it. I see a person asking a reasonable question, and this dude cannot even calm himself down and answer the damn questions. He feels he's so right and make your case. No, just yell and scream and talk over people so they can't say any damn thing, and they finally give up. And you feel like that, this is my platform, idiot. What that fool do now, go over there and see his last video. It's good entertainment, but you can only take it for a few minutes, honey. He's just yelling and screaming and won't let nobody ask him about his doxing of Tracy. I mean, just off that. It's like he was with Heidi Fly. Remember when she went on the show? Oh, Miko! Oh no, don't say no bad word. Don't say no, oh, back in. I said, girl, it's great entertainment. Look at this idiot. People, you want to present yourself as some classy, upper class person? Don't be talking about your money. That's one thing you ain't never gonna hear nobody that got anything talking about their money to poor people who ain't got shit. Shoot. Ain't people who ain't got shoot. Forgive me, YouTube. We've been doing great with it though. You train us not to cuss. So always talking about money. Always talking about money. That is the hallmark of a poor person. I ain't gonna say the word, but a certain word, rich, they used to call it. Mm-hmm. When he lost that job at his school, which he probably only had a year and a half, that's about how long he got into that house. Then he lost the job that got him into the house. He was supposed to, all the other ones that happened to people get laid off and whatever, they downsized, particularly, but they ain't got no kids or anything. They ain't got no reason to be. He been struggling. So all the money you people have poured into him, and all the hours and hours and hours and hours online, and all the Uber car drivers, he ain't got nothing for it. Every dime of it is went into that house. For what? When he sells it, he ain't gonna get no big profit from that house. He's in Texas. That sound. Lord, we haunted. Hey, baby, what time is it? Oh, it's 4:30. Look at my baby. You ready to go, sweetheart? Say goodbye to people. Okay, time to go poo-poo, people. No, you gotta get camera ready. How you doing? Time to go to the park now. See the other dogs are gonna sniff their booties. Uh-oh, they're waiting for me, Daddy. They're waiting for me. They want to sniff my booty and sniff my nose. All right, guys, I gotta take the dog out. Love you, people. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate you. Thanks for all the people who give me super chats. I appreciate you. Okay. Sorry, we had to get back to the same subject. Forgive our reality show called The Beef Sector.